Some advice. It's funny because I live my life every day to be the example. But now you're asking for particular advice, and I just have so much. But two things I would say. One is to plan. You gotta have that vision. If you're gonna do anything, you gotta have a vision and you gotta have a grind to match it. But the vision is composed of exploring different things. You gotta expose yourself to every and anything. It's no reason that you should feel like you have no access to information, because Google alone will get you there. But also within that planning piece, you got to maximize the resources at home. Being a native of D.C., I didn't go to the monument until my 25th birthday this past summer. It was my first time. Still haven't been inside the joint, but I actually walked the mall for my first time as a 25-year-old when I spent 19 years of my life in that city. So a part of that planning piece would be to maximize the resources in D.C. Every headquarter, every library, every resource you could be thinking of or not even aware of is there. But you got to start with that research and that vision to get you there. The second thing I would suggest or advise is you got to believe. With that vision, if you don't have hope to follow, fear will overcompensate and fear will take over, and fear will paralyze you. I know from personal experience, and I see friends who are still home who let doubt, fear, and hesitancy crush their dreams, crush their futures, crush who they had the potential of being. So I would say, one, you got to plan, you got to know what you're going to do, or be open to exploring it and being comfortable with being uncomfortable. But two, you got to have that hope. You have to have that self-belief, and you got to have that faith. If things aren't going your way, it's okay. You got to be content with the trials and tribulations, because they're going to build that character, they're going to build that strength, and then they're going to get you, it's going to get you the grit, it's going to get you the know-how, it's going to get you whatever you are missing and whatever you need to develop is going to be developed through those challenging times. So you got to plan and you got to believe.
Okay. So what tips would you give the inner city youth about staying on course and avoiding negative obstacles?
Yeah. Avoiding negative obstacles and staying on course. You got to separate yourself. It's going to be easy to be with the in crowd. It's going to be easy to do what everybody else doing. But if you surround yourself with like-minded people who have goals and that vision I spoke about earlier, who believe in themselves, you'll be all right. And if going back to the last question, if you believe in yourself, you're not going to be around that dumb stuff, that may jeopardize your future. You're going to be making decisions that work towards you getting to that goal every day. So it's a mindset adjustment. You got to think like a champion. You got to think like a warrior. You got to be ready to do whatever it takes to make it out. Because D.C., the most powerful city in the world, is one of the most beautiful places I've been, but the crime rates are ridiculous. The poor mentality is ridiculous. The appreciation for materialistic things is unheard of. It's unbelievable. So I think a lot of times, because we are so swagged out, it helps. I mean, it helps the crime rates. I mean, you really gonna want to be fresh more than you gonna want to be in the streets, but your kids got to separate themselves. We need more leadership. We need more leaders. We need more people that's willing to step up and be okay with making mistakes, and bringing people with them. And you can be 12 years old doing that. I was when my first basketball team was when I was 10 years old. I went to my track coach. We put duct tape on the cafeteria floors. He went and bought 2 portable courts at Clark Elementary School. And that's how I started playing basketball, officially. So you got to be not afraid to work with people that are older than you and who've been through it, and allow them to support you, because it's people that'll be there for you, but you just have to be open, be that leader, and be that person that's willing to separate.
Okay. We was reading like your personal message,
Yeah.
I think, for your
Yeah.
school presentation. And so what does it mean to evolve into your best self? Tia's definition of
My definition is being comfortable with constant growth, with change, comfortable with being uncomfortable. That concept itself is so important to me that I have it tattooed on me. And I have it on me as a constant reminder that I am my real self. I am every circumstance that I've encountered. I am every experience that I've been through. I'm my background. I'm my family. But I also am a person who's aware of all of that, and a person who wants to take that and use it to become their best self. So I have my real self, who's raw, who is the person on and off the camera. But I have this ideal self in this image that I believe that's made in God's eyes. And that's what I'm working towards being. It's who He made me to be.
being successful?
Being successful, being happy.
Happy.
Being
Happy.
happy.
So what's your definition of being victorious or successful?
Being content no matter what, in spite of anything. When you reach a place of peace, when you can undergo tribulations, see your loved ones, going through things, or not making the money that you want to make, but you wake up and you breathing, that's victory. You wake up and you're happy because of your perspective, because of how you choose to be happy and choose to view your life. That's victory.
So what does Tia Bell have coming up next? I know you mentioned a program you're looking to start,
Yeah.
a nonprofit in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. So it's funny that was the next question, and God speaks, because I'm looking for a name. That's like the only thing that's stopping me. Like, if I showed y'all my notes, I got hella combinations of names, acronyms, signs, this is IB, I don't know, I just think of all this stuff, but I'm looking for that name that's going to be timeless, that's going to be respected by the young people, appreciated by the older people, that will be appealing to sponsors and government officials, so that I can bring in the village, because that's what it takes if we're really going to get this movement going. But in the next 3 years, I'd like to start a nonprofit with my family at home. In the near future, though, I'm finishing my master's, and that's like right now my biggest life achievement. It's in youth development and leadership, and it's been a journey. It's been a roller coaster, but in December I'll be done, and it's just the biggest, I don't know, it's the proudest thing ever, because like my mom didn't even finish high school. So like, I mean, don't get me wrong, college was the expectation, but a master's, who knew? Who knew? And then a master's in something I'm passionate about, that's dangerous. So I'm looking to use that, continue to polish myself down here, get as much knowledge and experience as I can here, so that when I come home, I'm ready. I'm already what they need me to be at home. Because like I said, our youth need to be leaders. They also need an example to follow, and I hope to be that. It's a billion Boys and Girls Clubs and YMCAs, but I'm bringing my experience, and I'm going to do it my way, and it's going to be a lot of holding hands We're going to put the parents in the equation. We're putting the guardians, the grandmothers, grandfathers, everybody, the village. We're putting them all together. And my mom at home working right now, getting connections. My sister still playing ball. She getting that business administration background. My brother is the most creative person I know on this planet and is going to be able to add his experiences and story. My sister is working at a construction firm and is basically doing all of the accounting. So God is working. God is working, and I'm going to put all those pieces together. I'm going to have STTP on the map, giving editing classes. You know, I got this whole vision, but I want to make sure that I'm ready to lead it. So as soon as I get that name and continue exposing myself to new opportunities and really building who I am and what I can bring to the table and give to the world, I'm going to be up on 95 on my way up there.
Awesome. So anything else you feel like the people need to know about Tia Bell?
I'm a lover. I'm a lover who is, oh my gosh, I'm infatuated with growth and evolving. That's what has led me to where I am. I'm so grateful for people, like I said, who believed in me and who just never let me steer down the wrong way, ever. I always had people on my back. When I was younger, I didn't appreciate it, but if it was anything else I had to say, I just had to say I'm grateful for everyone. Everyone, everything, everybody. Including y'all.
I like that. That's the cut.